Hello friends, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Talking Timeshares with Timeshare Users Group. In this episode, we talk about a bombshell announcement in the industry today that saw $1 million judgment against timeshare developer Fantasea Resorts paid to 19 owners for intentionally deceptive sales practices, otherwise known in the industry for the past 30 or 40 years as just regular sales practices. While certainly not the first lawsuit of its kind in this industry, it's certainly rare to see the developer actually admit to some of the things mentioned in this lawsuit. Especially notable is that Fantasea Resorts actually admitted that their salesmen engaged in intentionally deceptive sales practices during sales presentations to customers. Another admission was that sales staff deliberately withheld critical documents until after the customer's rescission period had already expired. Another admission that was thrown in was the tried and true tactic of misleading a customer into thinking that their timeshare is going to increase in value over the course of their ownership. While none of these admissions come as a shock to anyone who's been on Tug for any length of time, as these are commonly reported in sales presentations that are currently happening now. However, what is rare is that someone in the industry itself actually admits it happens. Even in those rare instances where the industry does admit it happened, it's always brushed off as an isolated incident from an employee who made a mistake, and that said employee either no longer works there, which means they've left and gone to work in a sales office for another timeshare developer, or that employee would receive proper training or corrective action to ensure that this mistake did not repeat itself in the future, at least until the next customer sat down at their desk. While we have our fingers crossed that this lawsuit will bring about some sort of meaningful change to the industry, or at the very least, perhaps become a repeat occurrence, maybe for some of the other timeshare developers that regularly have reports of these activities taking place in their sales presentations more often than not. The cold hard truth is this industry from top to bottom is well aware that these activities go on day in and day out. They simply do not sell billions of dollars a year for no reason. And we certainly aren't going to get our hopes up that any action will be engaged in by the industry that would put those numbers at risk. I can and will continue to demand that the industry do better. And year in and year out, I hope these dirty little secrets become more common knowledge to the average potential timeshare buyer. But unfortunately, more often than not, they remain a secret until long after the timeshare owner has lost their ability to legally cancel. Education is and will remain the best possible way to protect yourself from activities like these. At the end of the day, the best person to protect you is you and the knowledge you learned by reading Tug. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Talking Timeshares. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Every little bit helps in spreading the word of Tug to more timeshare owners just like you. And who knows, your actions just might one day save one from a very expensive mistake, all due to a single click of your mouse. As always, have a great day and happy timesharing.